Hello guys, my name is Juan Lopez, and today I will be talking about benchmark assessments. So to start off with, what are benchmark assessments? Benchmark assessments are common assessments given periodically throughout a school year at specified times during the curriculum sequence. The assessments evaluate skills relative to an explicit set of longer-term learning goals. So in other words, these assessments are given to your students for teachers to analyze where exactly they fall in the curriculum and where they need to be and how to get them there to the next level. So what are some benefits of benchmark assessments? They provide consistency across the classroom. Teachers can evaluate how well their students are doing. They provide valuable information for classroom practice, school, and district-wide decision making, and it helps teachers analyze students' strengths and weaknesses in the math, reading, and language areas. Some more benefits of benchmark assessments include teachers analyzing in what areas students need work on. Teachers can adjust instruction based on benchmark results, and academic standards go hand in hand with benchmark assessments. A lot of the time, benchmark assessments will go hand in hand with the standards that the teachers go by in their state, simply because they focus mainly on the math, reading, and writing portions. The uses of benchmark assessments. Examples of benchmark assessments are writing samples, literary responses, oral reports, demonstrating showing understanding on how-to manuals, dramatizations, open-ended mathematic problems, memory maps, laboratory investigations, keyboarding or typing tests, and projects using specialized software in the school's computer lab. Again, most of these examples of benchmark assessments focus around the writing and reading portions. And teachers can evaluate how well their students are doing relative to the selected standards, not only in the classroom, but also other grade level classrooms in the district. These benchmark assessments are useful for teachers to not only evaluate themselves, but also to help them evaluate each other and to compare and contrast their students and their schools to other schools in their district. So the usage of benchmark assessments. There are different types of tests that can help the teacher understand if it is the material that students are struggling with or the actual test itself. What I mean by this is that sometimes students might understand the material at hand, but sometimes they might fail the type of test that is being taken. So for example, a student might know everything there is to know on the test, but if they're being timed, most of the time they will fall under pressure and fail the test simply because it is a timed test. And most timed tests are common benchmark assessments. So the challenges and negative outcomes of benchmark assessments. Students are only tested every 6 weeks. Students are mainly tested on 3 subjects, which are math, reading, and writing. And teachers teach for 4 benchmark assessments because they are correlated to academic standards. So benchmark assessments only come around every 6 weeks, and it basically summarizes and sums up students' academics progress. And they're only tested on math, reading, and writing, which means they're not tested on science or social studies. And teachers teach 4 benchmark assessments because they are correlated to academic standards, meaning that they go strictly by academic standards and nothing else during their instruction. Consequences and outcomes of benchmark assessments. Benchmark assessments can help teachers understand where their students are. Benchmark assessments can help teachers form their instruction. What is the best way to teach and how do my students learn best? And benchmark assessments also help teachers stay on task with standards. So benchmark assessments are pretty useful for teachers because it helps them realize the way that they need to teach, and it helps them understand what is the best way that their students can learn according to their results and evaluations. And as far as the standards go, it helps them stay on task with standards, making sure they don't fall behind and making sure they're on task with their teaching. So a little overview of benchmark assessments. Benchmark assessments are common assessments given periodically throughout the school year at specified times during the curriculum sequence and are used to evaluate students' knowledge. Again, they come every 6 weeks during the school year, and they help teachers understand where their student is at, where they need help, and how they could get there, how they could get them to the next level of where they need to be. And they also have many benefits, including consistency across the classroom, evaluation of students, and it helps analyze students' strengths and weaknesses. These are very critical in the classroom because the teacher basically understands where the student needs to be academically and how to help them get there. And the negatives are that they only are used every 6 weeks and only tested in three certain subjects, which are math, reading, and writing. So every 6 weeks might be a little vague as an overview for the students' academics, which is the only negative, and they only test on math, reading, and writing, which means they aren't really tested or are rarely tested on other subjects. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys learned a little something today about benchmark assessments. Thank you.